Hi, welcome to Centerville Reports today. I'm Maureen Russell Hodson, and we have an uplifting day today because we're talking about the Centerville Noon Optimist, and there are many, many activities. Here to tell us more, we have Judy DeMarco, who is the chair of this award that we're going to talk about, and also Mike Beavis, who is a past president. So thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maureen.
And we talk about the Optimist, and of course it makes you want to smile because it makes you feel like it's going to be a great day, and really your club is about youth and you're a friend of youth, right?
Absolutely. Everything we do is for kids. We'll talk about some of the other things that we do in the community, but I think last year, we touched probably more than 5,000 kids in the community. It's
incredible, wow. Just through a variety of events throughout the year.
Absolutely, yes.
And this year, you're going to be awarding someone special with a champion award, right? And this is something that is relatively new. Tell us about that.
Our Community Champion Award, which Mike and I established 3 years ago. The purpose of
So you
this,
two came up with this award?
Yes, we did.
This is not like an international award, or you won't find this maybe at other Optimists, just with your Optimist
As far as we know,
club.
no other club is doing this.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you. I finally came up with a good idea. Anyway, the purpose of this award is to help local citizens in the South Dayton area recognize people within our community who help play a major role in helping children and their families. They are what we call our unsung heroes. Okay. And we live in such a wonderful community in Centerville in the South Metro area that is so supportive of our club and help us in so many ways. And we just wanted to recognize individuals that go above and beyond. So Mike and I got together and came up with a plan, and we've had 4 recipients last year, all very, very worthy.
I was going to say, throw out some of the names because I think there
I'd
are
like to
people
give them a plug.
We know they're heroes, but they probably don't think that they are heroes.
Brandy Eldritch, he's a former manager of the Kroger Centerville Marketplace store. He retired after 47 years last year, but he was, the whole time he was there, he supported us in any way he could with donations of food and drinks to a lot of the things we do, without question. He was wonderful. And
great community partner.
And that says a lot about Kroger also. And also, one of my persons that's near and dear to my heart is Lisa from Bill's Donuts. She's one of the owners, and her brother's the other owner. Lisa can never say no. She just always steps out there, and one of the things she's been so supportive in is the Build-A-Bear. Mike, you want to tell a little bit about our Build-A-Bear?
We do 2 Build-A-Bears. Actually, we do 3 Build-A-Bears a year.
We
do 2 with Dayton Children's, where we bring in children who are undergoing cancer treatment. We did one last week where we had 130 children come in.
Oh my goodness.
So we take them through the whole, they choose their bear, they choose all the clothing. So we had 130 kids come through. So we do that twice a year. Lisa,
and this is all something that you all cover.
We came up with this idea too.
From our club, we probably had 30, 40 volunteers there to help the kids go through. And you start the night with a big heart, and you end the night with some tears or so.
Yeah.
And then we also did one last year that we held at the Kroc Center that we did for children with sickle cell anemia. So we touched about, I'll say between maybe 300 and 400 kids last year with our Build-A-Bear program. And Lisa is a big sponsor of that, and a lot of other people in the community.
Yeah, Lisa's been a sponsor 3 years in a row, and it's about $3,000 to make that donation, and she does it voluntarily. She comes with her mom and brings lots of donuts holes, probably 800.
She's always good for that, isn't she?
800 donut holes appear at that every time, and they stay the whole night, and they dish out. We get food donated from Chick-fil-A and some other organizations, and we feed all the families. And the first year we did it, I like to tell the story. One of the siblings, we included just the kids that were sick and suffering at the hospital, cancer and other things. And one of the siblings came up to one of our workers and told us, he went to his mother, and the mother told us that he wanted to know that he had to have cancer in order to be part of this. And that changed everything.
Right.
And from that point on, every sibling, the whole family gets to come, and it's so rewarding because those kids are going through a lot too.
Yes.
And it was just amazing. It's one of the best things we ever participated in.
So these are really 2 pillars of our community.
They really are.
Lisa Elam and Randy Eldritch. And so what are you looking for? If somebody, I think we all know heroes in our lives, and there are a lot of unsung heroes, people who are just keeping it going all
And
the
they
time?
do. A person who's made a difference either in the course of their jobs or in their lives and has an extraordinary impact on our children. These citizens can be a public official, a service worker, community leader, concerned citizen, human service worker, a business leader, a teacher. It can be anyone, but someone that goes above and beyond. Another two people that we honored last year was a Dr. Mark Coclazier. He's the owner of Synergy Family Therapy, and Mark was honored because he works daily with not only his patients, but also with their children. He does the whole family, and he continues to make a difference in their lives, especially as the children he treats. He is more than their PT. He is a friend and someone who cares and someone who wants the best for their families. And the fourth person last year was I had her, Karen Chapman, and she was a recently retired special needs education teacher from Centerville High School.
Okay.
And the amazing thing she did was that she started they called it I gotta turn my page here, Circle of Friends. And in that, she made a special prom up for the kids that were special needs.
Okay, and they just had their prom last week, I think,
She
too.
started that,
Oh,
and
wonderful.
she would go out, get donations to have the prom. She got donations of the clothing, and the parents got involved, and they were hosting these proms because it was something she wanted to do for those kids that were special. And to me, I think that's amazing.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
those were our first four last year. So we're working on the new ones this year now.
So to submit someone, how do you go about
The
nominations?
easiest thing to do is to go to our website, which is CentervilleNoonOptimist.com. On there, you can download a form. The form is in.
It's under community work.
Community
You'll see
work.
that, and you'll see right underneath that community champion. And the form is right there, and you can either email it or you can mail it to our club.
Or even better yet, they could bring it to a Tuesday lunch.
That's
at
right.
Yankee
Because
Trace.
you
Do
meet
that.
every
Meet every
Tuesday, right?
Tuesday, yes.
So for people who have heard of Optimist but really don't know what you're all about, you told us a little bit, Mike, but give us an idea and then how someone could maybe join the club or learn more about it.
I think the easiest thing to do is that we have 250 members in our club. We have about 80, 90 to 100 that meet every Tuesday for lunch at Yankee Trace. We start at 12 noon and we're done at 1. We welcome guests. I think today we had 5 or 6 guests at our lunch. And when we have our lunch, we always start off with a prayer and with a Pledge of Allegiance. Then we have lunch, and then we recognize people, such as today with our Respect for Law Awards. But we welcome people to come. And there's no charge for lunch. Just come and have a free lunch and get a little bit of optimism for the day.
And you can be as involved as you want to be in this
Exactly.
club,
We
right?
have some members who are there every Tuesday and are involved in every activity, and we have some members that we hardly see very often. But we have so many activities. You know, our 3 key ones would be, obviously, a lot of people know us as the Christmas tree people.
Right.
And
Oh,
we
yeah.
sell Christmas
Got to
trees.
get your Christmas tree at the lot, right?
From Thanksgiving until
Absolutely. We have the
before
best
Christmas.
trees in town.
We ran out last year really early.
Yeah.
Really
We sold out in
early.
2 weeks.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It was
And
amazing.
Your
We have our-
reputation, you have a great reputation.
We have our TR for Youth golf outing, which is on July 17th. And we last year we sold that golf outing out. It helped us donate. I think last year we donated more than $30,000 to Dayton Children's, to the hematology and oncology section. And then a lot of people now know us as our Avenue of Flags.
Yes.
And
Oh,
coming
that's
up
incredible.
coming up in just a couple weeks is Memorial Day. We now have over 1,500 subscribers out there.
Wow.
We put flags in their front yards a couple days before, like Memorial Day, and then we'll take them down the Tuesday after Memorial Day. And there were 5 flag holidays, and it's become probably even more than an avenue of flags. It's become a community of flags.
We have a lot of fun doing it.
My route is in Yankee Trace, and I put out 100 flags with my helpers at Yankee Trace. So.
Well,
That's a lot of
It's so
flags.
impressive, and it makes you feel so good about our country and our community when you're driving down these streets. And I know we've all seen them as you drive around the community. But for any of these events, is the best place to go for more information the website?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, it has everything on there.
And anything you'd want to know about the Optimist, but you do have some upcoming. As if this weren't enough, they also have the next couple of weeks upcoming events. The first one would be what, the bike rodeo?
This Saturday is the bike rodeo. It is held at Miami Valley Hospital South. We will do that in combination with the Centerville Police Department.
Right.
It will be, we normally have probably 75 to 100 kids there. We check out the bikes. Most of the kids, we check out the helmets.
Which is so important. And just a reminder, everyone, it is the law in Centerville that you must have a helmet if you are under the age of 18.
Right.
So, and if you fit kids for helmets
We
too,
do.
right?
We do. And then coming up on June 3rd is our fishing derby, which is held at the rec center. That normally brings in hundreds of kids. You have to bring your own pole. We do supply the bait. We supply the worms.
I don't
Always
go
looking
there.
for volunteers to pass
Judy's
out the
saying
worms.
she draws a line at that.
I don't do fish.
But there are awards for the largest fish and the most fish. And
Yeah, it's really
I see a
sweet.
lot of grandparents and parents come out and spend a couple hours with the kid. There
Yeah.
are 3 ponds there at the rec center. It is a fun day.
And it's a free event
It's a
also.
free
That's what I
event.
say. Everything we do, there's no charge to the kids or the families. This all comes out of the funds we raise.
And it all goes back to everything is for the kids.
Correct. Yes.
Right? And then, so probably too late for someone to get in on Memorial Day for flags, but what about 4th of July?
Flag Day would come next,
Okay.
which is the middle of June.
Okay.
And then July 4th comes there, and then of course then Labor Day, and then Veterans Day. So there are 5 flags. So don't hesitate to go to the website. There's more information there about Avenue of Flags. Probably couldn't get you on now for
Right.
Memorial Day, but we'll get you in for Flag Day without a doubt.
Yeah, and it really is a neat thing. For the upcoming events, for the fishing derby, you don't need to register. You just show up.
Just show
And
up.
Same thing with the bike rodeo, right?
They should come with if they're younger, the kids come with parents or grandparents, absolutely, because they're going to be around the pond and water, and they should have some.
We always need the adult
Always need an adult
supervision,
supervision. It
And
would
we're
be
going to turn
nice.
around real soon with Americana, and we help sponsor the race in the morning,
Right, you do
which is a
fight
big
back.
event. Takes a lot of
we
volunteers.
do all the shirts, don't we?
We do all the
We
shirts
pass
for
out all the
that,
shirts to all these runners.
Which is
It's
fun.
huge.
We always have a booth too, so they could come see us at Americana, and we always pass out information on that. Following that, we're part of a Kids Day in the Park, which is held at Delco Park, which is about, well, there are 20 Optimist clubs in the Dayton area, and I think there are about 15 that get together for this Kids Day in the Park, which is in August at Delco Park, and there are different activities there and different games and lunch, and so that always is a fun thing. And we just completed back in February our TriStar basketball, and then in the fall we do TriStar soccer. So
It's
anything we can do for
nonstop.
kids.
That's why we have 240 members.
Yeah, which is one of the largest.
We are the 4th largest we're the largest in Ohio, 4th largest in the country.
So who
which
can
is
be an
huge.
optimist? Who are you looking for to be a
We're
member?
looking for anyone 18 or older. Is that correct, Mike?
Sure.
So you don't have to be in some certain trade or have some kind of profession.
No, we're not limited to that. I mean, we have people who are probably right out of high school, and I think the gentleman who does our prayer every
Father Phil, we
Father
call
Phil
him.
every Tuesday is 91.
91 and going
goodness.
strong, going strong. He's amazing. And he plays golf. He's amazing.
Well, I think all of your members are amazing.
We do
and yet
have-
you all carve time to meet every Tuesday, you said at noon at Yankee Trace for lunch. You can go and they will be glad to greet you.
You can
will-
just show up and someone will greet you and will bring you into lunch and introduce you.
And then you always have a speaker, right?
Yes.
Always have a speaker. And I'd like to throw in one other thing,
Yeah.
is that we do donate a lot of money back into the community.
Yes.
If someone has a nonprofit and it is involved with children, they should go to the website and download a request for a donation or for
Okay.
a grant. We help build the shelters at the Washington Centerville Park District. We have funded a lot of the scoreboards at the high schools and the schools and things like that.
I didn't
So
realize that.
If you have any youth activity that needs sponsorship, go online, download the form.
Anyone
and
can put a
we have-
request form
We have a
in.
big heart.
Yeah, absolutely, and do a lot of great things. So upcoming, if you have someone, which we all know somebody who is a hero, take the time and nominate that person, because that's really important, and it also helps you to kind of verbalize how you feel about somebody. And you can go to the website CentervilleNoonOptimist.com. You can download the application. You can also get the schedule of all your upcoming events. But
Absolutely.
again, quickly, we've got the bike rodeo this Saturday. It's at Miami Valley Hospital South, and it starts at what time?
I think it starts at 9.
Okay, 9 o'clock. But you can check the website for more information on that. And then you've also have your fishing derby and Americana and the Avenue of Flags, and it goes on and on. And of course, I'll see you much more before that time, but I always get my Christmas tree at your lot too, because I agree, you have the best tree.
That's the
Thank you,
best.
thank you.
We
We
do.
deliver
We do.
trees too.
Yes, we deliver.
Well, that's good, because I drove mine through my garage door one year. But oh well, now I know free delivery.
That's okay. My husband was on the delivery team, and by the time he got to the address, the tree wasn't on the truck anymore, and he couldn't find it.
Well, you need to come to a lunch to hear some of these great stories that
We
happen
have
to the
stories.
Optimist.
We have
Well,
stories.
thank
We
you
have a
so
lot of
much,
fun.
and thank you for all the good work
Thank you
you do
so
for our
much for
community.
having this discussion with us. I
Yeah,
really
Thank you,
appreciate
Mom.
it.
glad to have
Thank
you. For more information, you can call the City of Centerville 433-7151 or visit our website, centervilleohio.gov.